Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me. And for you new folks, thanks for checking out my channel. I really do appreciate it. Now, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather today. I don't feel the best. So this might not be the quality, awesome review that you're used to, just because simply I'm tired and I really don't feel great. Anyway, today I have the brand new limited edition, only 5,800 are being made, Citizen Promaster Aqualand Diver. This is model number JP2008-06E. And first I want to thank Citizen for this review unit. I really appreciate them when they send me out a review unit. And again, I want to thank Citizen for this review unit. Again, I'm not feeling great, guys. So anyway, this is a great looking watch, but it's not without its flaws. So let's check it out. Guys, we'll get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a really small, piddly little commission if you buy from my Amazon store. So whenever you do so, I definitely appreciate it. So this is normal Citizen outer watch box here. Now you know you either get the Pelican style case or you get like the mini scuba tank. This is the Pelican style case. These are not water resistant. For some of you that don't know, these are not meant to be water resistant. These are just for looks, you know, for you new folks that are just maybe getting into Citizen for the first time. Right here, we've got some sort of battery warning. And then this is the little pamphlet that shows you where to go register your watch and for the warranty and all that other stuff. And again, here's that little pamphlet about the battery. Boring crap nobody cares about. See, I'm telling you, man, I am definitely feeling under the weather here. What was I getting ready to do? I totally forgot. Oh, so here's your outer Pelican style watch case, watch box. All right, get your little piece of foam here. Here's your first look at the watch. Now, a lot of you will remember these from the 80s and 90s. I always thought they looked kind of cool and kind of silly at the same time, because you got that big old depth sensor over here at 9 o'clock. It looks cool, it's retro, but to me, I was like, man, that's an awfully big depth sensor on the left-hand side. Whereas, you know, now watches have these depth sensors that are integrated into the case and they don't bulge out like that. And it's just, you know, this is old technology, and I'll get into that here in just a minute. But anyway, again, here's your first look. I do think it's a good looking watch. I like all the gold accents and that kind of bead blasted stainless steel case. I do think that looks cool. The gold hands, the indexes, the gold pushers. I do wish the gold pushers had some knurling right there on the end, just like the knurling they have on the crown. I wish they had that knurling on the end of each pusher. That would really, I think, help with functionality. That's just me. You know, Citizen, take that for what you will. All right, I'm going to change glasses here because I can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, all right, let's take it off the foam pillow. I always say pillow. I mean pillow. Take it off the foam pillow. There we go. Before I go any further, here is the hang tag. There you go. See, you hear me sniffling, man? See, guys, I'm enduring all this pain for you to bring you a good review. At least I'm going to try. There's your hang tag. Looks like the MSRP is $5.95. And I think this is a Citizen exclusive, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it is. Again, only 5,800 are being made. This is a limited edition watch. So there you go. There's that. It also comes with a strap extender, so you can fit this around an actual wetsuit. It is 200 meters water resistant. I mean, it is a true dive watch. Anyway, all right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. And guys, I started feeling like crap about 2 days ago, and it just will not leave me. I don't know what, I can't shake it, man. It's driving me a little crazy. All right, guys, so here are the 7 specs you need to know. That I'll put the rest of the stuff down there in the description field. So you're looking at a 43.5 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 14.8 millimeters thick. Lug to lug is 47.5 millimeters. The strap starts at 24 millimeters and it tapers down to 20 millimeters. This is that I can't even pronounce it, Benebiol Urethane strap, again with that strap extension. Water resistance 200 meters, which is 660 feet. Movement C520 with a 2-year battery life. Again, not a huge fan of having to replace a battery on this watch. And the crystal is a mineral crystal, not a sapphire, which I thought maybe they would have done a sapphire with this instead of just going with the mineral. But, you know, it is what it is. And again, if you want to learn all the rest of the specs, check down there in the description field. You know, like it weighs 110 grams. It's got a 60-click unidirectional bezel instead of 120-click. And all that other stuff if you want to check down there. So again, I really like the look of the watch for sure. Again, love all the gold accents. It feels incredibly well made. It's not solar, which sucks. There is no LED backlight for the LCD display, which sucks. So this watch is kind of a dinosaur, guys, so far as current technology goes. Again, you can get many citizens with, you know, much better specs. Much more up-to-date technology than this. This is really just kind of like, you know, a flashback, an homage to the watches of the 80s and 90s, the citizen divers of the 80s and 90s. And it's done a great job of recreating that. But again, you're kind of losing out on current technology with it not being solar powered, with it not having a LED backlight for the LCD segment. With this big, huge dive sensor, depth sensor over here on the left-hand side. You know, it's just one of those things. Again, but very good looking. If you want to look like, you know, you're wearing a watch back from the 80s and 90s, this is definitely the watch for you. Another thing, and I'm not even going to try it on. Guys, getting this watch on is incredibly difficult. You know, I'll take that back. I'll try to get it on for you, but it is a pain in the butt to get this watch on, because it does have that little thing on the end. You see how this part right here flares out? I mean, yeah, it helps keep the watch on your wrist, and it's kind of like a security feature, but this strap is so stiff and so hard to get on. It's really unpleasant to put this watch on. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's a pain in the butt to get this watch on. It's incredibly stiff. Let me let you take a look at the case back, which I did see. Look, see, I'm pulling right now, and it's not even going to come. I got to tug it. There we go. Here's a case back. You got your 40th anniversary. If you notice, the 0 and the 40 looks just like the depth sensor over there at 9 o'clock. There you go. You know, it gives you all the information you want to know about the watch, yada, 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 water resistance, the movement number, that's C520, tells you all the stuff you want to know about it. And I really do like that crown, by the way. Crown has great feel action to it, great unscrew, screw-in action. The bezel is surprisingly nice as well, 60 click, good action to it. Not much back play at all. Let me see if I can get this right here. Let me see here. There we go. And guys, again, I'm sorry if this is not the best review I've ever done, but I'm feeling like crap. I mean, I like it, but for $5.95, which is list on this thing, you could do much better, much more current technology. Never having to worry about opening up that case back to swap out batteries. Now, some of y'all are like, it's so easy. Yeah, it's easy to do, but if you mess with that seal, you could tamper with the water resistance. I've seen actual comments on Citizen's website where people have done that with this one, and they've had moisture get inside the watch and it screws it up. So whenever I can avoid ever going into the case of a watch, ever, you know, changing out a battery by unscrewing the case back and, again, tampering with that water resistance, I avoid it like the plague. That's why I prefer solar, or I prefer automatic, period. That's just me. So, you know, all y'all that love to do battery changes and claim it's so easy, hey, man, more power to you. But there can be issues with having to open up this case back, again, tampering with that water resistance. So I'm going to try to put this on. I'm going to regret this. Now, you do have two keepers. You got one fixed and then one movable. I'm probably going to have to pause the video because this is going to take forever to do. Let me try it here real quick. See if I can do it fast. There we go. Man, that strap is insanely stiff. That is really just, it's not comfortable. All right, there you go. That's what it looks like on the wrist. I mean, yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, if you want to look like, you know, you're on Baywatch or something, there you go. Or even earlier than that, I don't know. give me a movie from the early 80s and 90s or mid 80s and 90s. There you go. All right. Man, I don't know why the strap is so stiff. Good grief. All right, there we go. So guys, as you can probably tell, this is not my favorite Citizen. It's just, I think you're paying for the, I think you're paying for the retro aspect of it. You're paying for the looks. You're definitely not paying for the technology and all that other type of stuff because, watches these days are much more advanced. I just can't believe that Citizen would even make a watch that you have to open up the case back when they're renowned, world renowned. They are the absolute industry leader in solar watches. And they could have made this being solar powered. I know for a fact they could have. I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe updated the technology, kept the overall look and aesthetic, but updated the technology for this thing. Put in, an LED backlight. I don't know why they did it. But anyway, it's cool if you want to, again, pretend like you're back in the 80s and 90s. There you go. So anyway, let's go ahead and, I already showed you the watch on my wrist. Again, I'm getting stuff out of order here. Let's go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's kill these monitors. And let's show you what the Lume looks like, the Natulite. That's Citizen's Lume. Looks like it's already shining pretty well. There we go. There you go. There's Citizen Natulite. Good Lume. I'd say it's probably second to Seiko's Lume Bright. Good Lume. Normally Natulite is blue, by the way. I guess they have different compounds, different colors, but this is more of a greenish, obviously. And it's not as long lasting, again, as Seiko's Lume Bright, but it definitely does the job. I really do. I like the overall aesthetic, all this gold. I think I'm not a big gold watch person at all, but I like these accents on that gray kind of bead blasted stainless steel case. I thought it was titanium at first, but it's actually stainless steel. So, all right, guys, that's been about it for this one. I'd love to know your thoughts on this thing. Do you think it's worth, $600 to kind of buy a throwback watch from the 80s and 90s? Again, knowing you're not getting all of the current technology, but I mean, that's, it's up to you. People, they do crazy things for stuff they like, and they overlook stuff to buy stuff that they like, features and price and whatever. So for some of you out there, this is going to be absolute, you're going to love this thing. You're not going to care about having to change batteries. You're not going to care about no LED backlight. You're not going to care about the big depth sensor over here. So, for some of you, this is going to be the perfect watch. And for those out there that love this thing, more power to you. Go out and get one. Again, there's only 5,800 made, and they are currently $595. And I'll make sure to put a link down there in the description field if you want to head on over to Citizen and pick this up. And again, I want to thank Citizen for this review unit. And guys, that's it. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell, and I will see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.